Good evening. Welcome to the manga show on a Thursday here. I'm pulling a double duty this week. Any of you who were in the audience last night, you may have seen me. I looked pretty similar. I wasn't wearing a hood, but I'm going incognito tonight, as I'm joined by a couple of my great friends to my side over that side right there. We have Chihaya Fueri Colleen. How are you?
Fueri. I'm doing good.
It's like Chihaya Fury.
Either one.
The fury of Chihaya Furu is with Colleen, and then down
Exactly.
below, but certainly not below in our hearts, is Geo, a Week in Geekdom, petitioning for that Inhumans Omnibus. As always, how are you this Thursday evening?
Doing pretty well. Busy with work. Busy with making a stupid video that I hate for my channel, but it has to be made. And excited that I'm here to talk about manga and hang out with great friends and the chat and all that fun stuff. So thank you everybody for joining.
Well, that's fantastic. For those of y'all who weren't here yesterday, here's my new setup in all of its glory. That 7 pounds of Taco Bell went down very well. It put me to sleep for about 2 hours, and then I woke up for other reasons not related to Taco Bell, but it was great. My only regret, Tasty Melon, is that I did go for the Diablo instead of Fire, as I usually do, because I was trying to appease Lou, who was insistent that Diablo is the superior sauce at Taco Bell. And I told him it's nothing to do with the spice level, man. It's the flavor. I prefer the flavor of the fire, and I wish that I had gone with the fire sauce. But other than that, it is a great meal. I'm not going to do that again for about another week. I can't handle it, and also because the next few days I'm probably going to go out to eat anyway, so I'm not going to get Taco Bell. But
at least it's a week, so
yeah,
we're good.
Give me a good week. Yeah. But thank you for asking. I appreciate the concern. And, the dream blunt rotation. You know what my dream blunt rotation is the staff of InStockTrades.com, where you can get all of your comics and manga for great discounts. New releases are up to 50% off. Some weeks you get a 2% additional discount if you have that loyalty, if you bought something within the past 8 days. Great packaging, great customer service. That is InStockTrades.com. And this upcoming Monday, on the Monday show, they're going to be doing a giveaway, as we do every month, brought to you by IST, a $50 gift certificate that you can get. This is, international people, you can go for this too. Anyone outside of the US, they do ship internationally. You just got to pay for the postage and stuff. So make sure to watch on Monday if you want a chance to win that $50, so you can get a 50% off copy of Polar Bear Cafe Volume 1, the collector's.
Dude, that's sick. Sorry. Continue.
Yeah. I don't know who decided to put that, because that's very rare, especially for a 7 Seas title. Like, someone was looking at the books and thought, like, let's put this one at 50% off. But this is I have it. I flipped through it. It looks very cute. There's other types of bears in there, and they are patrons of the Polar Bear Cafe. It's a 5-volume shoujo kind of quaint slice of life bear series.
4 volumes, and it
okay.
Inspired a 50-episode anime adaptation.
Okay, that's probably why I was wondering why it's the collector's edition. And it's a re-release of the 5-volume into 4 volumes.
Yeah.
So pick up 50% off. If you were lucky enough to get the wrongfully priced Dark Knight's Metal, congratulations. They caught it though and raised it back up to $150, but they had the cover at $125, the original price. So fortunate, good on you.
Did you get the regular cover or the DM variant?
Yeah, I like the like pentagram looking thing on the front.
It's pretty freaking sick.
It is really sick. Yeah. Instead of like this,
look at that.
I like that. That looks great.
It's like you're gonna summon the overlords at DC to your house.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a fun event. I like that.
Look at that. There's Blue Period. You can order that for $12. Not $12. Sorry, for $8.
For 844, volume 12 of Blue Period.
You can go ahead. You click on Kodansha, and look at that. You got a bunch of Kodansha manga that you can order.
A lot of Attack on Titan.
No Condition Called Love. Big
Um,
L, Big L. Come on, it's Tug Trades.
Would that be a few pages in? But I'm trying to think if it was released yet
Oh, now I want to find it. Hold on.
on here, because I know that sometimes the direct market dates are a little bit different than the book market dates.
I probably shouldn't be saying the sponsor is a Big L.
But hey, if it's not there and they did have it, then that means it might have sold out.
Which
Probably.
it should, because it's amazing.
We're in the D's and the F's, so there's no
Fairy Girls. What the hell? Fairy Tale. Gotcha.
Fairy Tale Girls.
Anyways, Instock Trades. Cool.
Yeah. So I know Gio chose some topics for tonight, but before we get into those types of things, have y'all been reading anything lately that you'd like to speak of?
I can talk about Honey Lemon Soda real quick.
All right.
I'm excited that I bought it, but it has not arrived yet, because that's the bane of my existence, shipping.
New Yen press release. One of the best-selling shoujo mangas currently in Japan, Honey Lemon Soda.
Nice.
I only read chapter 1 online, and I read it twice, because each time I was like, I don't know if this is for me. It seems like a little too childish, but after the first chapter, I really started liking it. Like, this whole volume is just really cute. It's a very sweet slice of life high school romance. If you're a fan of Kimi ni Todoke, you're gonna like this one too. I really enjoyed it. I thought the art was really cute. I'll see if I can find any of the art. Uka is now my child. She's precious. I love her so much.
These are pretty big eyeballs.
Yeah, very typical Ribbon series. This is like, I think Ribbon is where Arina Tanemura was published a lot. I don't know if either of you know much about her, but she is the like signature shoujo eyes that you would think of. Like, her eyes take up half the head.
Oh, wow.
But Honey Lemon Soda was really good. Highly recommend. And I haven't read it or picked it up yet. Well, I have read it, but I just haven't picked it up yet. But A Condition Called Love came out, so everyone pick it up.
That's awesome. I did haul something. I'm not going to talk about it because this is sort of a sneak preview for the subscribers to this channel that subscribe to my channel. I'm putting up another what I've been reading video nonsense, and one of the titles is The Night Blooms Behind Castle Walls. So I'm excited to talk about this. Pretty cool, and it does have colored, at least one colored page, so that's always neat. So essentially, you're following this girl. She wants to be a knight, but she first has to be a squire, and do all the duties involved behind the castle and maintaining it and all that stuff before she can do her thing. It's pretty cool. It's done by one of the assistants of Hiromu Arakawa from Fullmetal Alchemist.
I was going to say the art looks really nice on that.
Yeah, I can show some of the art before I talk about other non-wholesome things on the show. It's really pretty. It's nice. It's by 7 Seas. It's smaller than a regular edition. So for those of you that complain about trim size, sorry, but it's pretty cool. Yep. And the spine, because I know some people like that, you weirdos. There's the spine right there. Yeah. That's all I got. What about you, Willie?
I did get quite a few things. I had like I had delayed orders actually for once, and they all started coming in at once. And hold on, I'll go grab the box real quick of part of it.
Enjoy this brief intermission. I will say I ordered honey lemon soda from not from I ordered honey lemon soda, sorry, and there was another one that I'm missing. Wait, let me check the name because I'm going to butcher it. I even talked about it on my channel. It's a stupid website would open. Sword of the Demon Hunter. I got that. And Wave Listen to Me, something that I ordered recently. I'm a huge fan of that series, the anime and the manga. I love both. So I'm excited to get a new volume finally.
I saw a new volume came out and I immediately thought of you. I was like,
Yay.
I know one person who reads this series.
Yeah, they get a lot of things right. Obviously, it's somewhat different because the radio business in Japan is conducted very differently than over here in America. But it's pretty solid. And I saw some similarities. I'm like, I can totally relate. Finally, an anime and manga that I can relate to. I'm like, I've been there somewhat.
Yeah. They haven't had a good photography series that I've read yet.
Even if they have photography, the ones that do feature like there was that one shot where they capture the spirits of the dead, and it's like freaky stuff like that.
Yeah, it's always either a photography is used to show that the guy is a weirdo, little creepy person who like tries to do something, or it's like nature photography, which I have a very niche type of photography I need to talk about. Like, just talk about fashion photography. Why don't they do that?
Today is National Peanut Brittle Day. I needed to know this before doing the episode because I would have brought some type of brittle. But thank you though, I appreciate that.
I have peanut butter here, but not.
I got turron. If anybody knows what that is.
What have what?
Me?
What'd you say? You have what?
Turron, which is like a nougat confection / brittle. Comes from Spain, but we eat it over here as well.
So here's the non-typical things that I picked up, like non-ongoing titles. Finally found volume 12 of my love story. This is the last one I needed to complete this series.
I love that cover. It's so wild.
Do what?
The cover. I love that.
I haven't read this series, but I was looking at Right Stuff the other day, and I saw some of the ones that were being sold, and I was like, I don't think I've ever seen the covers of this other than the first one, but they are so fun.
Yeah, I love all the covers for this series. Like there's like, I think one of them is like a parody of Street Fighter and stuff. Like they're all fun like parody things. Like this is I think that's obviously supposed to be Clint Eastwood. He's got a lollipop in his mouth instead of a cigarette.
That's so funny.
I got another volume of Nana. Here's volume 11. I think I need 3 more to finish the series.
Nice.
Volumes 2 and 3 of Kimi ni Todoke.
Woo!
And then volumes, let me get these in order. We've got volumes 9, 10, 11, 14,
Kami-sama Sweep,
24, and 25 of Kami-sama Kiss.
Kami-sama Sweep.
This one is slowly, getting reprinted. Those volumes are coming out slowly but surely, and I'm very excited for that. Moving up in the level of profile, next I've got this one I've been waiting for a while, the Nausicaa in the Valley of the Wind box set.
I thought you had that.
I don't. Ooh. I never did. Oh. So they finally put it back out, finally got it reprinted.
Ooh.
I got the chance to pick that up. which is awesome because I've been wanting to get it for a while, and it was one of those things that I just like kept being like, oh, I'll get it, next month. I'll get it next.
It's gorgeous inside, dude.
Yeah, I'm so excited that they put this back out because like once was like, okay, I'm ready to get it. It was not available, and I went on eBay and I was like, damn it, it was going for overpriced. And then the big one.
Ooh.
Oh, there it is.
Look at that. Cool.
The Oron Post Club box set. This is another one that I put off for a long time, and I think it got restocked recently or something. I don't remember why, but I just decided to go.
Is that the whole thing?
Mm-hmm. All 18 volumes.
Nice.
Man, I thought it was more actually.
Yeah, I did too, but it says on here 1 through 18. I thought it was like 20 something. Like 20.
Yeah, me too. I thought it was like 21 volumes. That's funny.
Maybe there's another series that has 21 that we're confusing it with.
Ooh, live unboxing and everything. I love it. What does that have? One of those pamphlet extra thingies, or is it a poster?
It has an exclusive memo pad.
Unboxing.
Oh. So let's get the memo pad. It is exactly what it says.
At least it's sincere.
Was that worth it?
I mean, it's cheaper than buying the individual volumes.
Well, sure.
I'm sorry. I've made comments about it in the past. I'm not a fan of the extras that they put in those box sets. But at least you get the box with all the manga in it. Look at that. Yeah.
For the Viz ones, the box is like 10-20% cheaper than the volumes themselves. So that makes it a little bit more worth it. But for like the Kodansha ones, it's the same cover price. And so it's like you really don't get much more than just the volumes, and then they throw in some cheesy thing to fill it out.
Yeah. I wanted to mention something. That Nausicaa box set of the 2 hardcover soft covers, whatever. Funny story. I remember getting it back in like 2 years ago. It was going for like, what's the retail price on that?
$70.
70. I think I bought it for $40. It was like a super discount at the Bezos. But I love that box set. It's so cool. I mean, it's not really a box set. It's more like a slipcover edition, whatever. But
yeah,
it's such a great story, and I love the presentation. Yep, you're gonna love it.
That part of the what really like pushed me to finally want to get it is what's the other one that came out? Shuna's Journey.
Shuna's Journey something.
Yeah, so that one came out and like actually reading a Miyazaki piece and like with his actual artwork in there and not just something that he directed. I was like, man, I need to get that that Nausicaa box set.
That one has a poster inside. If you want to show that off. And that's a cool poster, in my opinion. Pretty big, too.
Judge of that.
Look at that. It's badass.
Side. 2 side.
Love it.
I like that one.
Yeah. All right.
So as a preview of my January haul video, my December haul video will finally be able to happen because one of those delayed packages was like my last order from December. And I was waiting.
I'm sure your audience will make comments about it.
I finally filmed my January buyer's guide when I couldn't sleep. Like it was like literally 4 a.m, and I was like,
"That's the best time to write
this." So I haven't edited yet or even looked over the footage. So I would be very unsurprised if there was like incoherent rambling in the middle of it.
Insomnia talking.
Yeah.
Love it.
Riley just starts talking to himself like midway through. It's like having a Willem Dafoe Green Goblin moment.
Love it. Love it.
Tell them to buy the worst manga you can. Do it. What's the line that he says in No Way Home? Norman's not here, honey. Or no, he goes, Norman's on sabbatical, honey.
I need to watch that
Really
movie
great
again. I
Willem
don't.
Dafoe impression.
Thank you. I try. It took me years of practice to.
I went to
Master it.
acting school just for this.
I applied to my college's acting program, and I said, when they asked, like, what are you interested in? Are you trying to go into like television, film, commercial acting? I was like, Willem Dafoe. They were like, huh?
I'm trying to go into Willem Dafoe.
Want a degree in Defoe, please?
Let me into Willem Dafoe, honey.
I got a couple news items for you guys. Before I talk about Jiangshi, I'm gonna butcher that all throughout the night, so get ready. Shang-Chi from Marvel. Let's just go over some news items real quick. Give me a second. I'm upset because my second monitor is not working, so now I have to like minimize this tab and open the other one, and it's so annoying. I got so accustomed to the multi-monitor setup thing. First world problems.
I need to work today.
Oh my god. And then I can't find my tab. This is so professional of me. Kodansha announced one February title that we can talk about. Digital. But it's also getting a physical edition, right?
It's just getting an anime, for all I know.
Oh, it's the yeah. I remember an announcement, but I thought it was for a physical edition. February 2023, new digital licensing announcement. It's pretty sad, in my opinion, when it's just one book being announced, and you make a whole font and shebang out of this, and it's my hero, my home hero. That's it.
It's My Hero Academia.
Yeah, if you like My Hero Academia, you can get this.
I like that cover because it looks like he's like me for real.
So if you guys don't know, this is by Naoki Yamakawa and art by Masashi. Asakian? Sure. Comes out at the end of next month. Tetsuo Tozu is a typical father whose biggest worries are his job and his rebellious daughter Reika. That is until he finds a bruise on her face. His worst fears come true when he finds out she has a secret boyfriend, and he's part of a crime ring that's using her to steal her grandparents' wealth. If that wasn't enough, the thug catches Tetsuo snooping around and threatens to kill Reika as soon as she gets home. Fueled by fatherly instincts, Tetsuo murders the man, only for his wife to walk in and witness what he's done. Now with a corpse to hide and a crime ring hot on his tail, Tetsuo must resort to his love of detective novels and his wits to stay one step ahead of a grim fate.
This sounds like Japan's Breaking Bad.
I am super excited about this because it has an anime adaptation. I'm looking forward to that, but now I'm a little disappointed that it's not going to be a physical edition because I kind of wanted to get this. I want to read it on my tablet.
I feel like if it has an anime, there's a decent chance that it will get physical.
Why don't you say that to Chihayafuru?
I do.
Oh, and we do have a preview right here. I have not scrolled through this because I am not a professional, so I have no idea if there's not safe for work material in there. So hopefully not. But you can see some of the artwork here. Is it okay, or do I need to zoom in?
I think it's fine.
There you go. That looks a little bit better. There you go. So I'll scroll by real quick here. It sounds fun. It sounds like if this were a live action movie, I think it would be a hit. It's that type of plot where anybody can enjoy it. So yeah, thoughts. What do you guys think about this announcement?
We have two friends who love this series, so I've been wanting to check it out, but I figured I'd just wait for the anime.
Yeah, I saw Casket
Oh,
really
yeah,
with it.
Yeah. Cool. All right. That. Oh yeah.
That was it, right? Just the one?
Yep, that's it.
No more.
I was expecting, they're probably going to do like 3, like last month or this month. We talked about, what was it, Jimmy. And I was expecting something crazy like that or something silly. But no, just this one title. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Will there be another Taco Bell run tonight? I don't know about that.
That is a once a week type of thing.
Maybe next week. We'll see.
Yeah.
And you can do the show on your car, ordering through Taco Bell.
I was on the show with them last night for like an hour and a half, and then I was like, I'm gonna go get Taco Bell. If we're back, or if I'm back and you guys are still on, I'm gonna come on. And so they were still on by the time I got back, and I ate a little bit of my Taco Bell on cam.
We got another title. Thank you.
I just saw it before I came in here, so I was like, I figure I might as well put it in.
Yeah. No, that's great. Let me. Sorry, it's a little complicated over here at this station. Okay, copy that. I'm gonna share my screen here. I once made the error a long time ago, and I shared my screen, and I didn't realize it had my email address. I'm like,
no.
Thankfully, nobody cares about that stuff because it's just me. So I didn't get any weird stuff or hacking nonsense. So I was good.
But still.
So now I just do private tabs here. Okay, can we see that one? Yes. The Cursed Princess Servant. And if I click the page, does it take me to a preview?
It should take you to Comic-Key's site.
Wait.
And they have
2
chapters for free up.
Okay. Nice. Renee, a girl with the curse of immortality, struggles to find a job as she keeps getting fired because of her curse. That is until one day she is scouted to become a servant for a certain prince. As it turns out, the prince lives in confinement due to his curse of poison, which kills everyone he touches. Their curses are polar opposites, but as fate brings them together, their bond grows only stronger. Sounds cool. This is by Shibamiya Yuki. So it's just digital only on this website?
Yeah.
Okay.
So apparently Comic-Key, like, I think it was either last year or maybe 2 years ago now, they had some sort of deal with Hakusensha and a couple other companies too, but they've been picking up a lot of Hanato Yume and Lala series from them.
Yeah.
Which, like, yay, but also it's going to be only digital because they don't have physicals. This company is just a digital publisher, so, like, bummer, but also at least we're getting some series.
Yeah, better than nothing.
Yeah.
I like her expression here with the sign, looking for work, and I wanted to zoom in, but I can't. I love that.
The little chibi art was really cute.
Yeah.
In the 2 chapters I read.
Nice. This is something that I would honestly check out. So I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna read the previews later. It sounds cool. There you go.
I was literally just talking about this series with someone the other day because I had sent them a picture and I was like, "Oh, I think this has a short guy in it." And they were like, "Oh yeah, they never update chapters or anything, so I don't keep up with it." So I find it so funny that I saw it on, like, licensed by Comic-Key not even a few days later.
Alrighty, cool stuff. A second here. The other thing that I wanted to talk about, and honestly, I don't care too much. I just found it funny how Twitter reacted to the news, and that's about the Kamen Rider Kuuga. I didn't know it was so popular that people went crazy over this, and people were complaining and making Twitter rants about it, and like websites like Anime News Network started writing articles. I'm like, really? Over Kamen Rider Kuuga? Okay.
Yeah,
So
I didn't even realize that they had different translation in the preview than they did in the book itself. And like
yeah,
the preview translation is a lot more fluid, but like in the actual book, like the examples that were shown at least were so clunky. And it's like how are you supposed to actually like enjoy reading that? So it is weird. It seemed like a computer generated like a Google Translate type translation instead of an actual one.
yeah.
I think
Also, I do apologize for the many problems.
I think that's a good kind of testament to why adaptation is important and not just translation. Because there's a lot of people who are like anti-localization and stuff, and they want things to be as direct as possible. But this is what happens when you get like direct as possible translations. That it's usually extremely clunky, and that's why you get people to clean that up and adapt it so that you actually can read it smoothly and it flows. The narrative flows and the dialogue flows, so it's easy to read.
Exactly. And that's what I found. Like, I'm not a fan of Kamen Rider. It's not something I grew up with. I don't really care about Kuuga, but that's the point that's the thing that's important here, and the biggest takeaway. But I just found it funny how everybody got like super up in arms. I'm like, okay, cool. This book came out like what, 2 months ago?
The second one just came out. So yeah, the first one I think was like 2 months ago.
So I found it weird that, or not weird, odd that it took so long for people to realize what was happening with the first book. But here's the article from Anime News Network. In April 2022, early draft pages, 3 pages from Volume 1 and 4 from Volume 2 were translated for marketing purposes, as we wanted to get the artwork out as soon as possible for the fans. These may still be circulating on the web. The actual translation for the printed books, approved by Titan and licensors, were worked on by 2 highly respected translators in the business. We're thrilled to release blah, 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 blah. So they're going to reprint the books, I guess. And they put out several statements. Let me find it over here real quick.
I want to know who are the highly respected translators, that because I haven't seen anyone give the name. I have the book on me. I could just look, but like I'd be embarrassed.
Yeah. So this was the first one here. Can you guys see it?
Yep.
Okay. I can't see you guys, so that's why. In response to fan discussion, oh, that's the same thing I just read. Dummy. Okay. Sorry. And then they mentioned Stonebot Comics, which were the ones responsible, I guess, for the translation. Dear readers of Kamen Rider Kuuga, we thank you for your comments. Stonebot is the licensee of Kuuga for its English release. We partnered with Titan for publishing and distribution, as they are a leading company, blah, 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 blah. Those promotional pages were translated from Japanese to English by our joint team at Omni. Omni. Okay, cool. Do you know what that means, Riley? Omni? Objeto volador no identificado. UFO. UFO in Spanish.
Oh.
Yeah. So growing up, people would say stateside, oh, a UFO, whatever. We would say, oh, it's an ovni, when we would look at weird stars in the night. Anyways, that's a tangent we're not going to go off. on. Where was I? Ovni, using the style of the Argentinian release. It makes sense. It was later decided to go in a different direction to make the book look more similar to current manga localizations in the market. Stonebot and Titan have heard you and are now working on delivering an edition the fans can be happy with. So they released that. Followed up by more tweets. As a result, we wanted to let readers know that we are now actively resolving the issues that the community has raised for existing volumes. We will correct any identified art errors and textual inconsistencies for all digital and subsequent printings of Kamen Rider Kuuga Volumes 1 and 2. We are currently implementing extra internal editorial processes to ensure that the books are of the highest possible quality and accuracy. We will continue to work closely with our translators and Kamen Rider brand experts on the series to improve all aspects of production. We value the work that these highly respected individuals have done, and we stand by them and their work with us. Which was followed up by... No, this is the same retweet. There was an update here. So, there you go. I still want to know who are the respected individuals that translated this magnum opus for everybody.
So I don't have volume 1 on hand, and volume 2 I just ordered like a day or two ago. But I have Adam the Beginning volume 2. So if it's the same translator on here, it's translation by Jonathan Clements. So I don't know if that's the same translator for those.
So shout out to him.
Maybe shout out to him.
I'd imagine they're just throwing the person under the bus.
Yeah, I don't know what the why they're like very respected individual. Like obviously, like you can just see the panels and like what the translation was and be like, this is shit. Like this is almost unreal. It doesn't even make sense. Like what some of the panels were.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would not be calling that person very respected in the translation, whatever, even if they were. On that note, though, there was a translator who was the one who made the tweet about Mystery Toy Unikare saying that it was a money laundering manga. That was a translator, a Japanese to English translator, and that person's a dickhole. So
I saw that. It's pretty wild.
There's no way that a woman's manga could succeed like that. They must be using it to launder money.
That's one of the wildest accusations.
I wanted to make a joke. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it somewhere else so you can laugh at it later.
Also, and I'm probably going to be in the minority here with what I'm going to say. Yes, they made a mistake, and I'm going back to Titan Comics or whatever. I found it a little mean-spirited on the internet side to just suddenly jump on this and like accuse them of like, oh, you guys are terrible. How could you do this? You need to do better. It's 2023, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, but it's, they made a mistake and they're fixing it. Isn't that a good thing? Like, why do we have to like create this cloud of negativity and just rain on that? And when clearly it's a comic book publishing going into manga for the first time. I don't know.
I understand the fans.
I get the anger. I understand that.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying. And the thing that was like kind of pushing it to me was like a bunch of people who work at other publishers were jumping on this as well and like expressing extreme distaste. And it's like, I get it, but at the same time, you need to really watch yourself because like none of you are free from sin, so to say. Yeah. Like you can look at, because I'm not even going to give names, but like you could look at the products of any of these other publishers that said stuff, and you can find mistakes in there. And even if they don't have anything that has glaring issues, you know that eventually they're going to have a release that doesn't really make people happy. And those people from other publishers were like hounding in on these responses and saying like how terrible they were. And I don't think, it's not the greatest response in the world, but at the same time, they are coming through and saying like, we're going to reprint, we're going to correct and reprint. They're putting like money and effort into correcting the issues. And I don't know, the only other thing that I would say would make it even better is if they said, we're going to reprint them, corrected editions, and have them available as replacements. Like what Marvel or DC would do with collected editions or corrected collections. And then you could like have, because I know in the past there was like a Batman book that I ordered from IST and they sent me the corrected edition after it was re-released. I didn't have to pay for it or anything, but like that's something they could have done to make it even better. But it's just like those other publishers, if they make one misstep, it's going to be like, you went so hard on Titan and you're not innocent yourself. Like, come on.
Yep. Baz says, honestly, it was a really bad release, and that coupled with the false advertising would have set a bad precedence for localization. From what I could tell, people kind of gave the first volume a chance, thinking it may have been a one-off weird translation, and when volume 2 came out, people were like, oh no, this is just really bad. Maybe I'm disconnected because I'm not a fan of the Kamen Rider stuff, but hopefully now they're working on it and it won't happen again. So that's the one good thing about it, I guess.
Yeah, they were called out. They gave an okay response, but at the end of the day, like whatever the response was, they're taking responsibility and they're going to fix it. And I think that's the most that you can ask for.
Maybe it's just me that I'm naive, but I don't know, it rubbed me the wrong way to see all that hate thrown at them. I'm like, guys, just calm down. They'll fix it. But yeah, whatever.
I didn't notice it outright when reading Volume 1, but I did notice Volume 1 was clunky. I didn't point out any individual pieces of it that were problematic when I was reading it, but I did notice that reading it was not a very smooth experience. And I honestly would say the same for Adam the Beginning. Like reading the first volume of Adam the Beginning was like fine, but something about it just was not smooth in the way that it was translated. So I guess, I didn't notice the individual issues as they were, but I had that vibe.
Yeah. Have they announced any other manga that they're working on, or is it just those two for now? Kamen Rider and
Well, older stuff that they did. They just had the second Afro Samurai reprint came out.
That's right. Yeah.
They have what's that one? It was a 2-volume series, and I got it, didn't care that much for it, and I sold it. They had a few. It was under the hard case line, but they did have a few older manga series. Right now, it seems like those two are the big ones that they're lending focus to.
Okay, pretty weird selection, honestly. Got Super Sentai and prequel to Astro Boy. That's
also in the comics they publish a Kamen Rider Black comic series, like Western comic, and
okay, makes sense.
And I think they have. Is it a cyberpunk? They email me every few days. They send me emails, and I honestly don't pay attention to most of them because it's just advertisement that they send me.
Yeah.
they were like, "Can we add you to our mailing list?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Sure.
And it's literally just here's the most recent Michael Moorcock's universe in search of Gil Scott Heron. This is just comics.
Yeah. I think Titan Comics needs to get in contact with us, and we could have solved a lot of issues for them, but they chose to ignore this wonderful podcast.
They did a Blade Runner 2039 comic, a Bloodborne comic.
We actually fix all problems ever. So like
Yes.
anyone should just come to us with their problems and we'll fix it.
Of course. For free. Maybe.
For free?
Maybe if you guys want to do like a super thanks or a super chat, sure. We'll fix anything.
Fix your problem.
We'll fix your problems with a super chat.
Problem solvers.
Yeah. So that's that. I'm sure it'll work out in the end. I don't know. We'll see. The other thing that I wanted to mention before, and if you guys have any other topics in mind, go ahead and throw them out there. I read the latest Shonen Jump series, which came out like 2 days ago. Jiangshi X. However the hell you pronounce it. It's cool. So this is by, and I need to pull this up because I don't know these names by heart. Norihiko Kurazono. And I believe I've never read anything from this creator. That has a couple books here, but I have not read anything. Let me see if I can find some images for you guys, because it's going to be boring if you're just staring at my face while I talk. Give me 1 second. GX. For some reason, it's not showing up on. Oh, I know where I can get it. Hold on. Also, these guys need to watch our show, and they can sponsor us. Manga Plus. Shout out to them. You can read the whole chapter. You can read the chapter for free over there, legally. That's good. There we go. Yeah. So for some reason, the Viz website is not working. I'm searching for it, and it does not show up. This is essentially a battle fantasy series. It's very. I mean, as soon as I started reading, I'm like, this is straight up Naruto, but with Chinese vampires instead of ninjas. You're following the main kid, which you're seeing here on the picture there on the screen, and I'm not even going to attempt to say the name because they're all Chinese names, and I have a difficult time pronouncing them. I apologize. And they're fighting Jiangshi, which are the bouncing vampires. You know about these? The Chinese lore about these vampires. They wear like monk-ish clothing because they were supposed to be buried or a funeral procession or something, and they were revived. And because of rigor mortis, they can't walk straight and go out there and eat people, I guess. And instead of drinking blood, they just straight up murder people and eat them. And because of the rigor mortis, they hop. So they're the hopping vampires in real Chinese folklore, if you will. And in this manga, we follow the main character here with two other young warriors, and they're currently training. They've been training for 5 years, I think it was, and they're now going to pass their final exam. And if they do, they'll become like certified Dao monk warriors or whatever, and they'll be able to fight with the rest of the village and protect everybody and all that. And basically the first chapter, which is oversized, I think it was close to 80, 90 pages. It's them in the exam, and they get a couple plot twists with the vampires thrown in, and they fight and all that stuff. The action is pretty clean. The characters all look really nice. I like that it's different. You're incorporating Chinese folklore and all that, and it's not your typical shonen-y book. I can share my screen here, and we can check out some of the art.
So this is technically a Jump series? Or is it just on Manga Plus?
I think it's a Jump series because it is on the, well, I don't know exactly, but it is on the Shonen Jump app.
I think it's published from, I think it's Jump Plus, because I don't think it's in Weekly Jump.
Okay.
Well, if it was, it would have dropped on a Sunday, not in the middle of the week.
Yeah.
It did say chapters every Sunday.
Yeah. So here's a better look at the main character. And he has a pet. I assume it's a tiger. I think it's a pet tiger, which is super cool. And you can see the bad guys over here, the vampires. Long nails, traditional robes and all that stuff. The talisman attachment things are to prevent them from walking and all that stuff and eating people. But these vampires are different from the traditional hopping ones. So these are like super fast, and they come in different shapes and sizes and power levels and all that. It's your standard shonen battle stuff, but it's just that the fact that you're introducing new ideas from China and all that stuff that really appealed to me. Really fun, a nice change of pace, but it is, you can compare it to something like Naruto.
I was gonna say one of the bad guys on that first color page looked like a Naruto character. The guy with the red eyes.
Yeah.
That so clearly looks like a Uchiha, right? That's the Uchiha clan with their little.
The what was it called? The
Sharingan.
Sharingan. Yeah.
Look at me. I'm such a shonen fan.
The two characters here with the fuchsia colored vest or whatever, they're good guys. They're also trying to complete the exam and become warrior monks or whatever. And as you can see here in the first pages, they are pretty cool. I like the monster designs. And if you guys want to check it out, you can read it on the Manga Plus website for free, and the Viz website, the Shonen Jump stuff.
Would you say the premise is closer to Demon Slayer?
Yeah. However, you can't ignore the fact that it's a 3-man squad, and they do have a sensei, and they do like super powered moves like this and fight on a more physical level instead of blades and swords.
Yeah.
But it's a mix of the two. You're doing the exorcism thing with ninja action, quote unquote. Let me see if I can show you some splash pages. Like, here are the names. I'm gonna try and pronounce these, and I'm gonna fail. Chow Yun Julie. I'm just gonna say Julie. They're Daoshi monk in trainings. A bit of humor. It's not the funniest thing in the world, but it's pretty nice. Here's their sensei, Leibo.
Lubu.
And they train at the Shengjian village. There you go. Also, do you guys know about...
That's just Akatsuki.
Yeah, this is very Naruto art. This is so Naruto.
It's the whole Akatsuki team.
Yeah, so the main dude here is Longhu Jiangshi. Butcher that. He is the master monk of the village. Basically, your Hokage, I guess. And he is the plot twist here. He is the father of the protagonist, but he doesn't. He cares about him, but he's not giving him special treatment because he's a son and all that stuff.
I thought you were gonna
So-
say, but he doesn't know it. I was like, oh, a little drama.
Maury Povich got to get involved here.
Oh, I love Maury. He's so cool in a trashy kind of way. So yeah, he was saved from the vampires when he was young and all that stuff, and now
The little tiger looks like, what's it called, Litten, the Pokemon.
I can see that. Yeah. Let me show you some more artwork here. They grow in size. There's more than one level, and as you can see, the stronger they get, the fiercer, more demonic looking they appear. So I'm going to check it out. Pretty fun. I like that they're incorporating the Chinese elements and all that. It's not your standard Shonen Jump clone, I guess. Also, I thought this character was a girl. Turns out it's a boy. So my bad.
We didn't even get the
Sakura.
token girl.
He didn't get the Sakura clone.
Just get it, be shonen.
That's their new thing. They're like, guys, we don't even need a token girl. We can just put a pretty boy in the girl. Do you think they started doing that with Demon Slayer? Or...
So that way the writers don't have to worry about not being able to write women.
Yeah, and they could still like get girls because they're like, if we put a pretty boy in, we can still get the girls.
This is very reminiscent of the Team 7 exam that Kakashi did with the bell. Instead, here they have to beat a level 2 vampire in order to become the warrior monk. That's what they do in this chapter, basically. I'm not going to spoil it because there's a pretty cool twist at the end. Oh, and Riley, this manga has the power of friendship as well.
Nice.
I know you're a fan of that, like me. And when it happened, I'm like, yeah, let's go. All right, I'm invested now.
Friendship.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Buddy power.
It was pretty wholesome. I dug it. So if you guys want to check it out, and let me know later if you dig it, leave a comment and all that stuff. It'll be interesting to see where it goes, but it feels very Naruto. Yeah, it's heavily inspired by it. But again, I like the folklore element. This is my kind of jam with the supernatural monsters and creature horror and all that. So I'm excited for it because of that. If it was something else, I'd be like, I'm good. But I'll keep reading. I'll report back eventually.
I was watching Record of Ragnarok today because I saw this.
Season 2.
Yeah, so that popped up, but I hadn't seen all of season 1, and I needed something to put on in the background while I was working. And I just thought about that because Lubu is the first like human that fights, and he's Chinese warrior and stuff. That show's so ridiculous, like the manga too, but it's just so ridiculous. And I was watching the fight with just before now. It was the fight between, I forget what the samurai's name is, and Poseidon, the samurai that had fought Miyamoto Musashi.
Yeah. I can't remember his name. I mean, Google it.
But it's just so the part that's the funniest to me about Record of Rat, they're like, so for anyone who's not aware of the plot, it's like there's a giant tournament where it's like 12 gods versus 12 humans.
12 or 13, something like that.
It's 12 or 13 gods versus 12 or 13 of like the greatest humans in all of history. And you're just like, what chance do humans have in this battle against the gods? And like they give them special weapons, but literally, like, spoiler alert, the first 3 fights, it's like the gods just completely smash the humans, as would be expected. Like Thor just dominates Lubu.
Let me show the Thor's hammer because that's pretty insane.
He like leans back to grab it because it's so huge. Was the second fight the one with Zeus versus Adam?
I think so. I don't remember.
I'm trying to think of what the first 3, because I don't remember the Poseidon one is the 3rd or the 4th one, but it was just like gods, like just smashing through everything, and I'm like, y'all are not giving the humans a damn chance. What the hell? Like every time, like Adam, his fight with Zeus, it seems like he could possibly come out on top, and then Zeus just freaking comes back from out of nowhere. Yeah, shit's ridiculous. Zeus.
I've always mentioned on my channel that this is very similar to like a good '90s comic where it's over the top and you just in it to have fun.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Fine ass looking man though.
Pull up Zeus. That's the finest looking man.
Well, Riley, we've had this discussion of ranking hot men with me before. It did not go over well.
No, but you got to see Zeus.
I'll be the judge of
in
that.
his original form.
Original form. Give me a second. Hold on.
Who was that you just showed? Was that Thor?
Yeah.
Thor. Yeah. Zeus.
He was really hot in God of War as well.
He was a thick boy in God of War, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I appreciated that
Big old
version of Thor. Like, hell yeah. So, slight spoilers because I don't know what's going to show up in these images, just in case.
You can use the first one.
Get out of here. Riley. Get out of here. Show me Thor again. Cleanse my eyes.
He's so freaking stupid looking. His face. He has like his eyes are sunken in. I think the story, like his mouth literally got smashed by fighting Kronos, and so his jaw is just hanging and broken. And
He looks like the old guy from JJK.
He's just weird old man.
Oh, here's with Adam.
All right.
Yeah, the fight with Adam. Adam's naked except for a leaf that covers his junk.
Oh my god.
I mean, yeah, that's what you can expect with regular Ragnarok.
He's like
I want Thor back.
Master Roshi. Is there a picture of Thor where he's like lifting the hammer and it like, you know what I mean when he leans back to get it?
Let's see.
You like him because he's got long red hair. You got to type.
Hey now.
Don't tell me I'm wrong.
I did have a huge crush on Ron Weasley when I was a kid.
Really like him in the fourth movie?
Was that Goblet of Fire? So that's when he had the long hair, didn't he?
Yeah.
I did think he was cute. I thought he was the cutest in the second movie.
That's when everyone's hair got progressively longer in the first four movies, and then in the fifth one they all got a haircut.
They all got a haircut and they never let it grow out again.
Yeah.
I thought he was the cutest in the second movie. That's when I had a crush on him.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking of, but there's one where he's literally like leaning back like completely to pick up Mjolnir, and it's wild. But yeah, he fought Lu Bu and he demolished Lu Bu, which is to be expected because it's Lu Bu. But if it was Dynasty Warriors and it was Lu Bu, then Lu Bu would have dominated.
He's very fine.
Yeah. So everybody go check out Regular Ragnarok. Read the manga, honestly. Because I was disappointed with the anime.
The animation is not good. There's a whole, like watching it today, there was a whole episode dedicated just to Zeus coming out, like to fight. And I was like, did you really?
This is gay?
Yes. Like
what great representation.
They're announcing the next fighters, and they're like, for the humans, we have Adam, the first human. They make a big deal out of him. And then they're like, and on the side of the gods, we have, and it was, I think, going to be like one of the Hindu gods. And then they're like, wait, there's been a last minute change. And then like Zeus comes out, and they spend the entire 20-minute episode building up Zeus coming out. And then when he's out there, like, you know, he's this funky looking old man. Everyone's like, this weird guy. And then the part in the animation, though, specifically what I want to mention is who was it? Was it Hermes who's like playing is that the one with the violin? And he's like playing him out for some reason. And the animation is so weird because the violin like is all in 3D, and then Zeus is like flat animation. So you have both of these characters, Zeus coming out completely just flat, what looks like just drawn animation, and the other one is like 3D animation of this dude with a violin, like rainbow music flying around him. I was like, what is this?
No, I'm looking for a clip, but I don't want to risk it. I don't want to show it because it's Netflix. It's a Netflix show, so
Don't risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah. What was the show that I aired like a trailer, and then we got?
Wasn't it the puppet one?
Thunderbolt Fantasy thing?
Yeah. Wasn't it that one?
Yeah. We have a bad track record with copyright claims on this channel.
Those puppets like freak me out, man.
I think they look cool.
They're cool, but they're also scary. Like Puppet Master.
I can share this screen. If you guys don't know,
Now you
Thunderbolt
know.
Fantasy is a series,
It's
Chinese drama thing, and it's puppetry. And it's straight up like all the effects and tropes and plot twists that you would see in a regular anime or something like that. They do it here. Full on conversations. They do the whole attack stuff and CGI effects and whatnot, but it's just puppets. And yeah, I could see that.
The faces are like puppet version of Uncanny Valley for me.
Exactly. I could see that. So back in the day, I showed a couple trailers, and of course, they were not down with that.
They were not down with OPP.
Other people's puppets?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah, you know me.
He does, because you were able to get other people's puppets out of OPP.
Yeah, I did get the second Thunderbolt Fantasy Omni. I haven't read it yet. The first one was fine. I like the artwork. The story, I think, suffers from being an adaptation of something. And so it's just really quick. But the art was cool, and I figured I'd just grab it and finish it off since it's only 2 volumes.
Wait, check this character out.
Yeah, I thought that was Sephiroth for a second.
Yeah. Whereas if I were to betray you, would be less than a nuisance. So yeah, go check it out. Check out the trailer on YouTube. It's pretty interesting.
It's like if Team America World Police was a anime.
And like serious. It's super melodramatic, but in a good way.
Instead of being all like, America, fuck yeah. Coming to save the motherfucking day, yeah.
I genuinely love that song ever since it aired. And every 4th of July, I go back to it and sing it.
I not specifically that movie, but I did watch Trey Parker and Matt Stone's other movie, Basketball, about 2 nights ago. Good time.
Has that aged well? Because I saw it like once back in the day.
About as well as any other like late 90s raunchy comedy. But I really like the opening to it where they're talking about like how sports has changed over time, because they're like, people became more concerned with the grandstanding after they, scored a point than the actual score itself. And they're all like dancing. And then they mentioned like how teams were moving to places that didn't make sense. And they were like, the Lakers moved from Michigan to LA. And they said something about like the Raiders moved from here to here. And then back, and no one seemed to notice. And they're like, the Houston Oilers moved to Tennessee where there's no oil. So like, I was like, I got that one. but they did change it to the Tennessee Titans like not too long after the move. So that was like really funny part to me. And then there's a lot of good like innuendo scenes where like this old dude has like the young lady as his partner throughout the movie, and they keep making innuendo of like polish my knob or do whatever, and she actually like does that. Like, we're gonna what does he say, we're gonna lay some carpet or something like that, and then they show her like pushing, and it's suggestive, but then it zooms out and she's actually like installing carpet. So good old classic visual gags and stuff from the South Park boys.
Nice. We got a question here from James. Speaking of South Park, let's move into animation, I guess. Riley, how do you feel about Aqua Teen Hunger Force getting a revival for season 12, 5 episodes only?
Should have gone for more seasons, more episodes. Always more. Aqua Teen, whatever, because like there's so thin of a narrative that like I really don't care if it comes back or doesn't, because like it doesn't really matter. They just do whatever they want. Like the new movie that came out picked up where the show left off, and then just kind of did whatever they wanted to. So Aqua Teen coming back, like it's really inconsequential. But like what I'm waiting for is for the finale movie for Metalocalypse, because Metalocalypse had an actual ongoing plot. I recently rewatched it front to back, and the rock opera that was the last piece of what has been out so far was really, really, really good. It was a rock opera. They call it a clock opera, though. It's a death clock. Also, Venture Brothers is supposed to have a movie to wrap everything up, and I'm really looking forward to that. Those two movies were announced at the same time that the Aqua Teen movie, the second Aqua Teen movie, was announced. So I'm fine to see it come back and have fun with it, but I'm not like it's going to be earth-shattering or anything like that.
Man, people really enjoyed your Taco Bell thing.
I think part of it was because I went really hard in like talking about Taco Bell before I actually went out to get Taco Bell.
Okay. And it was on Wednesday.
Bell to me.
You're not on Wednesday, so I guess that was a surprise for everybody watching.
It was a novelty. It was definitely. Jess hadn't seen me in so long that he didn't realize I had long hair now. He got on, like he brought me in and my hair is down, and he was like, "Whoa, you hippie!" And I was like, "Oh yeah."
That's such a Jess thing to say. I love it.
My hair is almost as long as Colleen's.
Hey now,
are you gonna keep growing it, or are you gonna stick?
Mine's down in my collarbones.
Mine's I didn't say it's as long. I said it's almost as long. Mine's getting to the bottom of my neck.
Well, I'm gonna get a haircut soon, and I'll probably have the same length as you.
I need to trim mine just to keep it healthy. But
you can do that.
You want to get on this hair talk?
You can do a ponytail. You can do a man bun. You can do a mohawk while you're at it, because why not? You know.
I had a mullet a couple of years ago.
Or not a mullet. No, don't do that.
I already did. I could do a mullet.
Don't bring it back.
For a while. I wanted a mullet for a little bit. I tried. Didn't look good. Grew it out.
Nice.
Hold on. I wasn't being mean. It's just because Gio doesn't have long hair. What? No.
John Wick. You look like John Wick, Riley. That's awesome.
I need to straighten it a little bit more, and then
don't start murdering people. But you look like John Wick.
And be a little angrier. If I did, it'd be righteous.
Yeah. Gang, don't be angry and buy cool books at In Stock Trades. Your home for all things collected editions. You get your Omnibus, trade paperbacks, hardcovers, manga, box sets, all that fun stuff. Deals that range from 46 to 50% off. And if you got that sweet loyalty discount by ordering on a week-by-week basis, you get a sweet 2% off that you can add to your order and make a discounted book be like 52% off. Fantastic customer service, wonderful packaging. That's InStockTrades.com, the official sponsor of Omnibroslive here on the Omnibus Collectors Network. Quick reminder, while these two are fixing their hair, next Monday is the $50 gift card giveaway. All you got to do is show up for the show and participate in the chat, and you're in the running for that gift card. And next, that's next Monday. And there was something else I needed to. Oh, yes. Two things. I keep forgetting to mention this. I'm the one who set it up, and I always forget. We have a voicemail website. If you want to give us a shout out, if you want to ask some questions, want to your voice to be heard on the show and all that stuff, there's a link in the description where you can do that. It's the SpeakPipe? Hold on. Yeah, speakpipe.com. You follow the link in the description. If you're interested, you can leave us a quick shout out or question and all that fun stuff. So it'd be pretty cool to have you guys watching on the show. Really appreciate that. So check out.
Leave us problems. I want to fix them.
Exactly.
Problem solvers. Isn't that
an
animated show? Problem Solvers.
I don't remember that. The other thing that I wanted to mention is that if you can't watch us full time on YouTube, I mean, I'm not going to fault you or anything, but you should. You can also subscribe to the many podcast links. We're on Stitcher Radio, Anchor, Spotify, Amazon, Apple, all that stuff. You can check us out there and sub as well. And what else do we have here? We have a Patreon. We have a Patreon where Gabe and Lou do like a after dark talk, much raunchier and uncensored, unfiltered. It's on Patreon, all that stuff. So subscribe if you're interested in that. What do I got here? This is the Problem Solver. The hell is that?
I told you it was a show.
The hell is that? I don't remember this. Wait. It's fun to end the show on Problem Solvers. I can't wait for the video tomorrow, Colleen. Nice. Main characters from the Problem Solvers.
See, that's us.
Why does he have a big nose?
Why not?
Tag yourself. I'm the red sweater.
I don't remember this show. What was this about?
I'll be the brown guy with the long nose and the pizza.
Instead of a pizza, a burrito for Taco
Bell. The series follows the eponymous detectives Alf, Roba, and Horace. The trio take up solving and sometimes creating the numerous problems that plague their town, Farborough. To their aid is Tuck's dog, voiced by John DiMaggio, an extremely wealthy dog who helps the solvers in some of their cases, but is just as often the source of their problems.
Did he get typecast as a dog?
Probably. Alfei is a large, fluffy fur monster. That's me. Even though it was suggested that he may be half chocolate, half mutt in Neon Gnome, or that he was a man-dog anteater by creator and voice actor Ben Jones during the 2011 San Diego Comic-Con panel. Found and raised by Horace when both were young. He loves devouring large quantities of food, especially pizza and hamburgers, and acts impulsively during missions. Roba, Horace's twin brother and cyborg, is the smartest member of the group, but he suffers from insecurity and anxiety. Horace is the calm and collected leader of the team, usually applying common sense with his detective work and caring after Alfei.
Sounds weird.
You got it.
Volume 1. Look at that. Wow.
2 whole seasons of this.
Damn.
And it was on Cartoon Network.
It was on Cartoon Network. They got to the big leagues.
It doesn't
Look
look
at
like it would be a Cartoon Network show. That looks like it would be like an Adult Swim show.
Look at the Saz on the dude sitting down with the knee up. And the turd giant monster. Cool. Okay. Alrighty.
Strange looking show for Cartoon Network.
So that's Problem Solvers. With that, I think we can call it for tonight. Colleen, where can people find you on the internet when you're not here with us?
You can find me on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at Colleen's Manga Rex. I am putting out a new YouTube video tomorrow, and I have a fun announcement that might have something to do with this in that video.
Ooh.
And then you can also find me on Twitter at manga_nostalgic.
Willie Dustis, where can people find you on the internet?
YouTube, Instagram, TikTok at the Omnibus Collector, Twitter at Omni Collector, and I don't know if my video will be up tomorrow or later in the weekend, but as I mentioned earlier in the show, I finally filmed the January manga buyer's guide. So it's more of a retroactive guide talking about the things that have already come out throughout the month of January.
Yeah. Start your month right, follow that video, and spend some money on good books.
But I'll now that I've got all this crap done, I'll be able to do the February one on time, and I will. I mentioned earlier in the show that I was waiting on my last December haul to come in, my last December order. So I'll also do that video on my channel. And with those things done, hopefully I can return to making non-like haul and buyer guide videos, because I've been itching really heavily to make this video about Shuzo Oshimi for a while, and I'm ready to put that out. So I just need to sit down and get it out.
Yes, that's what she said. I wanted to point something out, that you got the 2 puck lights. I just noticed that right now as we're ending the show. That's awesome.
I did. I need. Is that us?
Sorry, someone asked what the artwork was. So
I was just going to
going
get to that. What's the artwork behind Colleen? The clouds look amazing. What is
the
that?
last color page from Chihaya Furu that was in the Be Love magazine. I tore it out and I framed it.
Nice.
It's the 3 of us.
Yes, the 3 of us. The problem solver.
The Problem Solvers. That's the new name of the show, guys.
I need to. I think I do want to get more lights in there though, because it doesn't really go all the way down, especially on the third one. Hold on. The third one, because Obelisk blocks it, like there's nothing coming down to Naruto or the ones down there.
I got a solution. We're going to talk about that off air.
Problem solvers.
Yeah. I'll solve that problem for you.
Off-air problem solver.
Yeah. So to quickly wrap it up, you can also find my channel. That's We Can Geek Them, where I talk about anime and manga. I'm supposed to record a voiceover for a video that's supposed to come out tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. Stay tuned. That's going to be fun. And I do have some manga impressions and all that stuff coming out. So look forward to that. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to the chat. You guys are lovely as always. Thank you to everybody watching later. Let us know what you thought of the episode and your feedback and comments and all that wonderful stuff in the comment section. We'll be back on Monday for hauls, reads, and all the collected editions coming out next week. So thank you, everybody. God bless. Stay safe out there. Hit the like button, subscribe, follow all the channels, all that social media stuff that you know. Stay safe. I don't know. Read some manga.
Problem solvers will solve your problems. Problem solvers.